Elena Gilbert is probably one of the most Vampire Diaries most disliked characters, but I think it was very intentional, if not directly, then indirectly by the writers. And I think that this really becomes a bigger conversation, which I do have on my YouTube, about how Elena was really the catalyst, so she wasn't the chaos. So we're drawn to the chaos. So the chaos of Elena's decisions, or what Elena would do to start off, like it's a cause and effect. So what she would do to cause certain stupid things happening, especially the way that Damon would react or Stefan would react, or she would put herself in unnecessary danger. She wasn't really the chaos, right? That's like Catherine. That was more like Stefan and Damon and all of these different characters, right? But they were moving chaotically, and they were moving to what she had caused to happen, right? So I think she's the biggest hater because she had to make some of the most dumbest decisions, and decisions that we would probably make. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I would act. It's a vampire for this, but point being, Elena definitely had to be the catalyst for everything to go on around her. So that's why we were able to connect with the other characters, because they were usually doing things at the expense of her, and that caused her to be seen as selfish. That caused her to be seen as oh, woe is me, it's all about me, all this stuff happened to me. It would really downplay oh my god, Bonnie just died for us and then came back to life, or she's taking all these spears for us or whatever, and wasn't really appreciating it. So it's a lot. No, it's a lot of tea. I don't believe there would have been a story quite like this. There wouldn't have been if Elena wasn't the main thing causing everything to pop off. You gotta think about it. A lot of people talk about how when Elena gets buried in the casket, right, she could have stayed there. She never needed to be on there. It could have been Bonnie and Damon, but Bonnie and Damon wouldn't even had any interaction in the real world had it not been for Elena somehow linking them together. Also, we don't really get a dynamic build, which is the fault of the writers, but we don't get a dynamic build, and there was never really an opportunity for Damon to ever know Bonnie outside of Elena to in that sort of type of way, partially because the writers didn't want that. Some people say they were racist, but that's all alleged. I don't want to I don't want to cause no trouble, but it's things like that where you realize the most hated is the one that always gets the drama started. And she does some chaotic and stupid things, but not to the degree of Damon or Stefan. And I think it's all needed. So of course she's the most disliked, because she's the catalyst, and that's a damn good main character.